Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage is the first show in the Big Bang Theory franchise not to be centered on Sheldon Cooper. The cast of First Marriage was largely introduced in young Sheldon, but the characters are now getting the chance to shine. In a few key ways, Mandy's younger brother, Connor McAllister, is First Marriage's replacement for Sheldon. Both Connor and Sheldon are likely neurodivergent, though undiagnosed, characters who can be eminently capable in some respects, but never fully independent even into adulthood. Connor's budding relationship with Chloe in First Marriage Season 1 was a sweet arc that showed a new side to him. However, it comes to an abrupt, devastatingly sad end in Season 2, Episode 5. Connor's breakup would have been too sad to show on screen because of its realness. Connor's breakup with Chloe is far sadder than Sheldon's brief split from Amy in TBBT because the emotional stakes are brutally personal in a way Sheldon never had to face. When Audrey panics over the pregnancy test in Connor's bathroom, it sets up a comedic misunderstanding, but the humor collapses the moment Connor reveals the truth. Chloe doesn't just end things because of timing or expectations, she tells him she feels relief at the idea of never having children with him. That's a devastating level of emotional rejection, far deeper than Amy's frustration with Sheldon's slow pace. Sheldon's breakup with Amy in TBBT Season 8 was painful, but it was rooted in love. Amy wanted more commitment, not less. Their split happened because Amy felt he wasn't ready to give her what she needed, unaware that he had already purchased an engagement ring. It was a tragic near-miss, not a dismantling of the relationship's foundation. Chloe's decision, on the other hand, comes from a sudden, visceral realization that she cannot imagine a future with Connor at all. For Connor, who had always been himself with Chloe, that revelation shatters his sense of security. It's also a harsher blow because of Connor's youth and inexperience. Sheldon was in his 30s when he faced heartbreak, and he had lived most of his life away from his family. Connor is in his early 20s, sheltered, and has never lived anywhere but his parents' house, encountering romantic devastation for the first time. How First Marriage can use Connor even better going forward. First Marriage has a real opportunity to make Connor an even stronger presence in Season 2 and beyond by integrating him more deeply into both family dynamics and story arcs. Connor is essentially a gentler, more artistic counterpart to Sheldon, someone who brings quirky comedic relief without the ego or rigidity. Granted, Season 2, Episode 5 proves that is also chronically underused, not just by the show, but within the McAllister household itself. No one notices his heartbreak, and no one would have if Audrey hadn't snooped through Connor's trash. That lack of awareness is both sad for the character and a huge opening for richer storytelling. First Marriage can correct this by letting Connor collide with other characters' struggles. Jim's recent retirement leaves him searching for ways to spend his time. Connor's musical talents create the perfect pathway for father-son bonding. A storyline where Jim discovers his own untapped creativity, and sees Connor as more than the forgotten McAllister, could be both heartfelt and funny. At the same time, George's stress about buying Jim's business could intersect naturally with Connor's artistic side. A commercial jingle would give Georgie the help he needs while pulling Connor into the wider ensemble. By weaving Connor into other characters' arcs, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage can transform Connor from a comic side character into a fully realized part of the show's emotional core.